Slapshot. If you have ever played hockey and are over the age of 16, you know the movie. Slapshot, starring the awesome Paul Newman as badass player coach Reggie Dunlop, and also Michael Ontkean. Or, as everybody else knows him, hey, that guy from Twin Peaks! And then there's the actual stars of the movie. The rough Canadian boys known as...
the Hansons.
I swear, if you've ever played the lowest of the lowest house league, or the drunkest of the drunk beer leagues, you can quote this movie by heart. I can rattle off 5 right off the top of my head. Putting on the foil coach every game. Want some? I'm gonna waggle my dick at him. We're working on it. Who owns the Chiefs? Owns. I'm listening to the fucking song! Now I can sit here and talk about this movie all day, and good Lord knows I want to, but we have more pressing matters. They made a sequel. A direct-to-video sequel. Sometime in 2002, some exec at Universal got a bug up their fucking ass to shoot a sequel to this movie that did not need a sequel. Who did they get to direct this massive bad decision? Why, a man named Steve Boyum. Who's Steve Boyum? Why, he directed such masterpieces such as Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire and Stepsister from Planet Weird. This should go so well. Okay, let's give it a shot. Now, who did they get to replace Paul Newman since he's out, making salad dressing for charity?
You know, the game of hockey is a fast-moving, hard-hitting contact sport played by men with clubs in their hands and blades on their feet. Now, the team with the most goals and men still standing in the end is the winner. Lesser men play other games. Real men play real hockey.
They couldn't even get one of the good Baldwin brothers? Oh, this'll be fun. Okay, do we at least have the Hansons?
Get something started. Boys, show us what you got.
Oh, goody. They look old as fuck. Okay. What else could go wrong with this movie?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president and CEO of Claremont Family Media, Richmond Claremont.
Busey? What the fuck is this movie about? Well, okay, follow me on this one. The original movie was about a struggling small-town minor league hockey team using the brutal, hard-hitting style of 70s hockey to bring themselves out of the gutter and try to get themselves sold to someone down in Florida. Mostly to keep themselves from losing their jobs and livelihood. So, what are we gonna make this movie about? Well, here's Gary Busey. Admit it, you don't give a fuck about his character name either. He's Gary Busey. Gary Busey wants to run a hockey show full of stunts and pre-pan showy stuff that is supposed to be antithetical to the ideas of old-time hockey. And also physics. He has a team called the Icebreakers, full of preening jock-ass frat boys who basically props up as, let's say, the whitewash Harlem Globetrotters. But let's put that big problematic thing into the problematic box over here, along with the movie, along with Stephen Baldwin. And let's just let that simmer, because I got 1,000 other things to bitch about in this movie. Oh, and speaking of problematic.
Thank you, Mr. Claremont. Well, this is very exciting, isn't it? We have assembled for you a very fine, very talented, world-class group of hockey artists.
But the Globetrotters need a Washington Generals, so he goes off and buys the Chiefs, who, somehow, after folding in the first movie, are still playing. Busey starts making all sorts of changes to the team, angering the players who are not willing to lose on purpose or make a mockery of their game. Like this movie doesn't do that enough. Busey wants to have a clean, family values-friendly game. Fuck it, I'll just let him explain it.
All these beautiful kids in the country with nothing but thugs as role models. So I decided to create a fun and exciting hockey game that the family can go to. There will be no violence, no fighting. Shit. Just a good bunch of clean...
But oh no, that's not the biggest change. The biggest change is the one the team just can't stand.
It's a fucking joke, right?
Boys, I can't believe it either.
Yeah, but she's a woman.
Well, woman or not, she's the new coach. Now listen to me, it's a done deal, so let's try to make it work.
She does have a great ass.
Now they try to play this off like, oh, she's not like most girls. She's actually good at hockey. Like there are no women who are good at hockey. I mean, preposterous. Oh, and of course, at the end of the movie, the bad Baldwin is banging her. Because, of course, she has an arc where she slowly gains the respect of the team, but the movie clearly doesn't care about it, so why should I? You know, I should probably talk about Stephen Baldwin's character arc. I don't really want to, but here we go anyway. Well, he plays an aging former NHLer who has lingering accusations of throwing a game from his past career as a Bruin. He's now a player-coach of the Chiefs. He couldn't hold Paul Newman's jock, so now he's playing his role. Go figure. The central conflict of the movie is Gary Busey trying to get Stephen Baldwin to convince the team to give up their values on hockey and go along with the show, no matter how much of a bunch of douchebags the Icebreakers are. He plays along until he fakes a shoulder injury and tries to fuck off to wherever they clone more Baldwins. But damn it, he just can't leave his team by themselves and returns for the final game, where they decide to play real hockey, which involves blatant game misconducts and apparently no rules. So, essentially, we're playing by Mighty Duck rules. There's a reason this movie has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It blatantly plays off the previous movie without keeping the charm and realism the original had. It Flanderizes the Hanson brothers into catchphrase machines and not the goofy, hardcore players they were. Stephen Baldwin is no Paul Newman. Gary Busey is boring as shit, and I have zero idea why they would even ever make this movie. The only way they can make this worse is if they made a third one.
Forgotten. Take your shot. Slapshot 3, the Junior League.